I'm Joan Dalgleish. I'm actually 81, live in Ballina on the Northern Rivers. The first time I actually performed on stage was when I was about 9, and a man came around and chose people to be in a special play that was being put on. So they chose me to be Mrs. Kookaburra. And I'd never acted before, but when I'd finished, everybody clapped. And I thought, oh wow, this is pretty good. Before that, I was a very shy little girl. People used to make fun of me. It gave me a wonderful confidence in myself, and that started me off acting. I decided to write children's stories when my children were quite young. I'd given a home to a homeless cat. It was such an amazing character, I started to write a book about it. So that was the beginning of my writing life, and that led to another part of my life which I really enjoyed. I was invited to schools to talk to the children about reading and writing, and I can't think of anything that's more rewarding than to encourage a child to use their imagination. Oh, I met Alan in 1960 at the Independent Theatre, and he was in the play called A View from the Bridge. He'd had his hair dyed blonde for the part, but the first time I saw Alan, it was like it just got me. Blonde hair and blue eyes. And then, of course, we were playing lovers in the play over the 6-week rehearsal period, and I just seemed to fall in love with him immediately. And when we went on tour, Alan said, "How about we get married?" And I said, "Oh, all right." My parents were horrified. They said, "But you've only known him 6 weeks." It was sort of one of those love at first sight things. We were married for 55 years. I knew Alan wasn't well. I'd been caring for him. And we went to the doctor, and they said, "You have pancreatic cancer." They said he'd have 6 months to a year to live. Yeah, well, we did have some lovely times when the children came down. Oh, they were just special times. He was so good looking. And as he got older, he just looked absolutely charming. I thought, well, if I don't do this now, I'll never do it. So I decided I'd move nearer to my daughter and grandchildren. My left hip began to be very, very painful, and I needed help, and I was assessed. So Australian Unity came once a fortnight to do all my cleaning for me, which was wonderful. 1 day a week for other things like shopping. It's wonderful to know Australian Unity is there if I need them. It really helps me to become independent, so it's very reassuring.